Hundreds of sick calls. Another 157 drivers out today. Routes canceled. Angry riders stranded.
3 lines down. I mean, that's rude.
The bus drivers that have decided not to show up for work today are a bunch of clowns. This whole organization has decided to not serve its customers anymore. It's totally unacceptable.
And the AC Transit dispute is still far from over tonight. KRON 4 was in court as a judge postponed a decision that could end the transit dispute. KRON 4's Christine Conley is live in San Francisco with tonight's top story at 5 o'clock. Christine.
Well, Pam, we talked to a lot of angry riders here at the Transbay Terminal today. 15% of the workforce calling in sick tonight, and 30 runs seeing delays and cancellations. Just a lot of upset riders. Both sides were in court today, and riders were hoping for a resolution so service could hopefully be brought back to normal. But it looks like they won't be so lucky. As KRON 4's Dan Kerman tells us, the judge won't make a decision until the beginning of next week. Take a listen.
After a 2.5-hour court hearing, still no resolution to the AC Transit contract dispute. Attorneys for AC Transit workers asked a judge to block a new contract that was unilaterally imposed by AC Transit, saying a judge had ruled that it would be up to an arbitrator to decide what the new contract would look like, and they should go back to the old contract in the meantime.
When the judge compelled us to go to arbitration, the rules are that we don't strike and that the district don't impose. We have not striked. We are not on a sick out. We are working, but the district has imposed. So it looks like it's kind of one-sided.
AC Transit, on the other hand, argued there was no problem putting in place a new contract, at least until the arbitrator makes his or her decision, because the old contract had expired. And an AC Transit spokesman says if the judge rules against them, it will lead the district into financial disaster.
The district would suddenly lose almost $60 million in savings. That would lead to layoffs of some of these union drivers as well, and equally important, it would mean possibly the loss of weekend AC Transit service for all of our riders.
Judge Judith D. Ford is expected to issue her ruling sometime on Monday. In Oakland, Dan Kerman, KRON 4 News.
And the Transbay Terminal has just been plagued with delays and cancellations since this dispute began. Just a little bit ago, I talked to one rider who showed up here to find that his bus isn't coming tonight. Take a listen to what he had to say.
I'm here to take the CB back home, and my run is canceled, so I clearly don't feel too good about it. And I was starting to head down to BART, but another route was suggested to me, so I'm going to still be taking AC Transit home today. But if the disruptions continue, I'm just going to give up on it.
And that's what we're hearing from a lot of riders. Here you see a list of some of the cancellations written on signs next to the bus stops here at the terminal. Numerous runs, again, have been canceled. Last week, about 20% of the workforce called in sick each day. This week, about 15% of the workforce calling in sick each day. And again, looks like we won't have any resolution until possibly on Monday with this judge. Of course, AC Transit has all of these delays and cancellations on their website, and you'll find a link to that on KRON4.com. Reporting live in San Francisco, I'm Christine Conley, KRON 4 News.